catch me if I fall. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Good evening and welcome to Premier League Live this Wednesday evening in our midweek title race catalogue. Last night we saw Arsenal cruise to victory in their local derby against Red v Blue and against Chelsea by 5-0. We have 4 games for you tonight. Our key one is the Merseyside Derby, Jurgen Klopp's last in charge of Liverpool. It's Goodison Park, raring as ever on these nights, and it's under the lights, and it is going to be an absolute cracker of a derby. One to not forget. Could be one of the last at Goodison Park. It's Jurgen Klopp's last, and Red v Blue take on again. 3 other games for you tonight. Wolves take on Bournemouth. That's a 7:45 kick-off. They're already underway. It's goalless. Crystal Palace take on Newcastle, and Manchester United welcome Sheffield United. We'll keep you to date with all of those games, but it's only the Merseyside Derby that we really care about, let's be honest. And let's have a look at how both teams line up this evening. Everton, well, they've made 2 changes from the team that won controversially against Nottingham Forest here on Sunday. Ben Godfrey starts in place of Ashley Young at right back, and James Garner gets the nod in midfield ahead of Andre Gomes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is fit to start despite suffering a knock in that 2-0 win over Forest at the weekend. Beto is absent in line with concussion protocols, having been knocked unconscious in the game against Nottingham Forest. For Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp made 6 changes the weekend. He's made 6 changes once again tonight from that 3-1 win over Fulham. Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez amongst those returning to the starting lineup in the front line. Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones return in midfield to an all completely changed midfield. Ibrahima Konate comes into defence alongside Virgil van Dijk. Jota misses out due to injury, which was announced yesterday. Cody Gakpo isn't involved here this evening, but of course for a very different reason, the imminent birth of his baby, and we wish him very well with that. And Ryan Gravenberch, Jarell Quansah, Wataru Endo and Harvey Elliott, all those changes all drop to the bench. Jurgen Klopp, his last derby as Liverpool manager. He's only lost 1 over the years out of a possible 18. He's won 11 of them, 6 draws and only 1 defeat. Sean Dyche will be looking to do that. Everton haven't beaten Liverpool on this ground since 2010. The manager that's managing Arsenal was in the Everton midfield that time round. It's a very different atmosphere, a very different dynamic this time round. Everton looking to confirm that they aren't in a relegation battle any further and almost solidify their place in the Premier League next season. Liverpool have a title to win. Who will blink first? Kick-off in the Merseyside Derby at Goodison Park is on the way next. Good evening and welcome to this Merseyside Derby. There's not many bigger than this in English football in terms of history terms. A lot of history between these two football clubs. Very different fortunes, very different objectives at this point in this season. Everton looking to stay in the division, and Liverpool want to be lifting that Premier League trophy in a few weeks' time. But who will be able to get victory tonight as we're underway in this derby? Blue v Red once again. Red are winning by 1-0 after Arsenal's massive victory over Chelsea. Well, it's Blue v Red once more. As Robertson with an early switch ball. Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool not looking to wait around here as it's cleared away at the back there by Branthwaite, as Alexander-Arnold will pick it up again, and no one more than Trent Alexander-Arnold will know this fixture like the back of his hand. being a local boy, a local man, shall I say now, at the fine age of 25, an experienced player in this fixture. He's experienced big highs, some lows, not many lows, but some. In recent years, Everton have seen a lot of lows in this fixture. Mostly at Anfield, though. But quite contrastingly, that's the only time that Everton have beaten Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool was at Anfield in the COVID season when they won 2-0 that time round. Here's Curtis Jones. It's Liverpool tonight. They need to build on that victory from Fulham. You know, Jurgen Klopp talked about it after the Fulham game. He saw improvements from the Atalanta result last Thursday. He saw improvements into that game from Fulham, and I think he kind of wants to see improvements from that game tonight. As Alexander-Arnold with a nice ball in behind, but Jordan Pickford quick to that. I wish Diaz had made the run, but Pickford knew that it was coming and made the easy catch for Everton. And it's all about Everton tonight as well. You know, they're at home. That's all this kind of the derby atmosphere. It's all what Everton love to play up to. The crowd, the atmosphere, the physicality, the battles, the needle of a derby. That's the type of derby that Everton want. They want to play to the occasion, I think, and try and make Liverpool play to the occasion more, because they will have more of a chance then. I think if it's pure football based and the occasion is completely taken out of it, I think Liverpool do win this game. But the derby, that atmosphere, that ability, that needle in a derby gives Everton that chance, and especially with the home crowd, would definitely give them a bit of an edge in this fixture tonight. We're underway in all of our games this evening that we're keeping an eye on, all 4 Premier League matches, as Jack Harrison breaks down the right for Everton, lifts the ball into the box, and Konate has to make the header. McNeil with a shot, deflects out. Oh, and the shot goes wide. The follow-up there from Abdoulaye Doucouré for a goal kick, but what a ball by Jared Branthwaite. Beautiful ball out to Jack Harrison on the right flank. Harrison comes in field, switches it into the box. Konate with a header, falls to McNeil, and McNeil takes the shot, takes a deflection, bounces to Doucouré, takes it first time, but side foots it well wide of goal, and Liverpool get a goal kick, but the first chance really goes the blue way. And there we are. That'll get the crowd up, and that's another thing. Liverpool don't want to allow this crowd to get on their high horse this evening and get on their feet. Here's Diaz, try and silence them. Nunez! Shot took a deflection there, and they had to panic it away. I think it was Mikalenko that had to force it out for the throw-in, but one long ball, nice switch ball again. Diaz on that run down the left flank. Takes on Godfrey, chips it into the box, and Nunez got on the edge of it, or on the end of it, sorry, and almost made something happen there at the opposite end. So both sides going for an early goal. That's what we like to see. Early attacking football. Here's McAllister. Of course, Liverpool made 6 changes. That can kind of help you, but it can also hinder you as well. Break kind of team kind of rhythm. Making lots of changes, and Jurgen Klopp made a record number of changes in a Premier League game as Liverpool manager at the weekend for Fulham. He made 6. Well, he's now done it twice in 1 week. He's made 6 again back for this game. As Liverpool give away the free kick. James Garner, the man winning the free kick for Everton inside their own half. And of course, all the talk last Thursday in that Europa League game about Liverpool's back 5 this evening, that plays this evening. It was only the second time, or the first time since the second game of the season, that they'd played with each other, those 5, in that game last week. Here's McNeil down the left. Van Dijk up for the header to win it and get it away. Doucouré tries to keep it alive for Everton, but Diaz gets it clear. Soberschlei and the target the left flank there. Robertson with a deft touch, but runs out of room to play the ball. And now there's space for Everton on the right. Harrison with a cross. Alisson out. Oh, and the Calvert-Lewin's brought down. Penalty. Penalty to Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And Alisson, the man to take him down. A yellow card for the Liverpool keeper. VAR will have its checks, but I think that is a penalty. Just see it, Robertson breaks down the left and Everton win the ball back. It leaves the space, but it looks like they might be offside there. Both of them. We'll see it again, but I think Liverpool might get away with this with a back line playing high. I think Ibrahim Konate steps up at the last second. The penalty, if they're onside, it's a penalty all day long. Alisson reaches for it, no chance at all. Gets anywhere near it. And Calvert-Lewin taken out. It's about the... I think it's offside, initially from my point of view, but they're checking at VAR. That's offside. It looks offside to me. From what I can see there, on the naked eye, it looks like Calvert-Lewin's leaning offside. Doucouré's well offside, but it's about Calvert-Lewin. He's the man that is in, kind of impeded eventually by the Liverpool keeper. Comes into cross, and then... I mean, there's no doubts about the challenge. The challenge is a penalty, but whether he was onside in the build-up, that's the question. And referee is looking to, or holding his ear, waiting for the confirmation from VAR whether it is a penalty or not. And the decision, just awaiting on the referee to make the decision, Andy Madley, or to hear the decision of offside or onside. And Goodison is going to be an uproar here. The decision is offside, so no penalty. And I think Alisson will get his red yellow card rescinded as well, because anything after the offside does not matter. That's why the penalty has been ruled out, and that's why the yellow card has been ruled out further on that. He is offside. I mean, it looked pretty simple from the naked eye, but you never know with these decisions. You never know in these situations. But that is a let-off for Liverpool. Rightfully so, though. It shouldn't have happened in any case. Should have been offside. But, you know, if he was onside, it was a penalty all day long. And Liverpool get a bit of a let-off. Maybe they needed a bit of a wake-up call. That's what this derby's going to be. Battling. Physical. Hard to beat. Szoboszlai, though, picks up the loose ball. Space here on the left-hand side. Robertson chipping the ball across. Salah was deep. Salah couldn't make anything of it, but he does keep it in play as McNeil clears. And then Konate playing it down the line. Alexander-Arnold picks it up and finds it to Szoboszlai. That's the thing. It's what will win tonight. Two very different approaches, two very different kind of game plans to this. Liverpool want to dead this game, don't want to make it an occasion, don't want to make it kind of derby-fied, if you want to say that. I made up a word, but you know what I mean, to bring that physical element. They don't want that. They want to win purely footballing-wise tonight, Liverpool, and play a footballing game. Everton want to make it dogged. They want to make it hard. They want to do all the things that Everton are known for here on this ground. Here's Curtis Jones. That switch ball again works. Finds the space. McAllister. Now Alexander-Arnold. Space in the middle. Over the top. Mo Salah across. And there was two in there, but somehow Ben Godfrey made the clearance. Incredible. Almost a certain goal for Liverpool, but Alexander-Arnold with an absolute peach of a ball over the top. Salah onside. He just squares it across, waiting for Nunez or Jones to bundle it in. And somehow Ben Godfrey gets across and denies both of them a chance. His keeper's beaten, but Ben Godfrey puts it behind for the corner. That's sensational defending. Absolutely sensational stuff. Corner whipped in. All the way through. Not fully cleared. McAllister not given space on the edge of the box. And then Everton hit their own player and trying to clear it. Harrison. And it's all the way back to Alexander-Arnold, who will play it back to Alisson, who's under pressure. Ooh, goes long. What a frantic start to the derby. 10 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Goodison. And both sides have had very, very good opportunities at either end. Goodness me. Van Dijk on the cover there from the Everton throw-in. And sends it long, looking for Nunez to battle, but a bit too much of a battle there by Darwin Nunez on James Tarkowski. And that'll be a Everton free kick, which the Uruguayan laughs off. Just to remind you tonight of the officials, Andy Madley is the referee this evening. David Coote is the VAR. They've already been called upon early doors, both to make big decisions, big calls. All correct as of so far. As Pickford takes the free kick. Sends it across. And Tarkowski could only head it for Liverpool to recover as Nunez holds it up. Alexander-Arnold forces it long. Trying to go for the run of Salah, but couldn't find Salah. Salah tries to battle for it back, and Liverpool try and press from the front. And Szoboszlai forces Everton to send it long down the line, and Alexander-Arnold will recover and clear. Everton win it back, though. Fine battle in these early moments of this Merseyside Derby. No goals elsewhere to tell you about. We'll update you if anything changes in any of our games between Wolves and Bournemouth, who kicked off at 7:45 this evening. Crystal Palace, Newcastle and Man United, Sheffield United, who both kicked off the same time as us at 8 o'clock. We will update you if anything changes in any of those games. Here's Idrissa Gueye, who's quite cynically taken out there by Alexis McAllister. And another Everton free kick. And at the moment, Everton dragging Liverpool into this more physical game. Really good play by Idrissa Gueye. Of course, on the score sheet at the weekend, scored from the edge of the box against Nottingham Forest. Everton will have a free kick from about 23 yards, but it is left of the goal. And they have the second most set-piece goals this season. 15, only Arsenal have more. Liverpool actually on 14, just behind them. So both teams know quite a bit about scoring from set-pieces. McNeil to take this free kick. Lifts it to the back post. Lots of bodies. And headed wide by Ben Godfrey for a goal kick. There's a lot of bodies in there at the back post for Everton. And it was a free header for Ben Godfrey. Battling with Alexander-Arnold, and just Alexander-Arnold maybe did enough to put him off eventually. And denied anything out of that for the Everton man. Who comes in tonight? Ben Godfrey, of course, for Ashley Young. Ashley Young, I'm sure, out of the firing line after he was involved. All that drama that kicked off after the Forest game here on Sunday. He was involved in all 3 penalty incidents that weren't given for Forest. I said at the time, I thought at least 2 of them were penalties. The handball I was certain of. And then the first and the third ones could have very much been penalties. He's out of the firing line tonight, though. The right back is Harrison tracking back there, not allowing that crossfield ball and heading it back to his keeper, Jordan Pickford. Both keepers will be crucial tonight, of course. Alisson and Jordan Pickford. Big for their clubs, important for their clubs, respectively. As Robertson heads back to his keeper from the long Pickford kick. Here's Ibrahima Konate. Space forward. Cross now to Van Dijk. Down the left to Diaz. Waited for that ball, Diaz. A bit hesitant there. And Everton proactive in getting it away. And Calvert-Lewin was up there, but no one joined him. And he tried to flick it on for someone, but no one was there to meet it but red shirts. And again, Liverpool getting away with that. As Robertson plays forward. Looking for Nunez. Tarkowski across. As Everton penned in. Branthwaite goes long, out for the throw-in to Liverpool. 15 minutes gone in this Merseyside Derby, and you've hardly had a minute to breathe. Good opportunities and energy in the game early doors here. That's what we like to see. Alexander-Arnold. Back across to Van Dijk. One thing that was picked up at the weekend in the game against Fulham was that kind of Alexander-Arnold was more in a fluid role, a free role. He spoke about that in his interview after the game, about being in a more free role in the team and being allowed to find the space a bit more in those areas to try and pick up pockets of space and be a constant pass, although McAllister's just played it straight to Everton here. That's a mistake by the midfielder. He does try and make up for it though and puts a battle in, and Curtis Jones there trying to join him. Ends up being deemed to have had committed a foul there against Jack Harrison. Curtis Jones, and gives away a free kick. Seems like Everton have got Liverpool's number at the moment on those occasions, winning those fouls. 5 to Liverpool's 1 in terms of free kicks for the Toffees. The Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp's already in the air, the fourth official this evening. The fourth official, Simon Hooper. Free kick taken, a cross goal again, and headed across, and what a save by Alisson from the Dominic Calvert-Lewin header. Good opportunity for Everton there, and they win another throw-in. They can feel it. They've got the advantage slightly at the moment. They're edging it at this moment in time, Everton. Liverpool need to be wary. They've allowed a couple of headers so far in this one, and need to be aerially quite strong, Liverpool, tonight, because that's what Everton are. Very aerially strong. Here's Diaz, breaks the tackle. Tries to play it down the left, but he will get a free kick though for the pullback. We'll see it again. Tarkowski with a header at the back post, and then straight across, and Calvert-Lewin above everyone else, and Alisson with a fantastic reactionary save. But Liverpool again, not strong aerially there. 2 occasions where Everton were allowed free headers inside the Liverpool 18-yard box. Something I'd be wary of if I was Liverpool. You'd think that would be something that would be highlighted prior to the game about Everton's aerial ability. Robertson. So far Liverpool have dominated the possession, but actually Everton have had more passes in the final third, more shots, the only shot on target, and more touches in the opposition box than Liverpool at this moment in time. So they're edging at Everton despite having less possession. As Szoboszlai there battling, and he wins the throw-in off Jared Branthwaite, which Alexander-Arnold will have to take here on this right-hand side. Szoboszlai. Alexander-Arnold not on the same page as Salah there, was a bit slow to try and find the pass as Konate beaten to it by Calvert-Lewin, who's taken down, but referee plays advantage. And Liverpool give away another free kick here. Everton really, really good at those. And Konate usually very strong from things like that. Physical battles. Just got out-muscled there by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And there was another free kick given somewhere else that Everton have got now. McNeil to deliver again, switching it across, another free header, but a pretty tame header in the end for Alisson. But Liverpool really need to watch out for these, otherwise they're going to get caught out from these positions. Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool on tender hooks at the moment. So far, Everton haven't allowed them to play. That's credit to the home side. The fact that they've honed in on their best attributes and stopped Liverpool trying to find theirs. Although Diaz did well to block off any sort of Everton challenge there. It's all about Liverpool having longer spells of possession. You know, having the possession and doing things with it. Nice ball by Konate. And Darwin Núñez with a run in behind there, but Pickford had his number there, it seemed. Oh, good run by Núñez. And the space there, and Pickford got a bit lucky that Núñez didn't get much of a header to it. He did get a clip, but not much. And that actually helped out the Everton keeper, because if he had have got more on it, he might have been in a very, very bad position. There, Pickford in no man's land, really. Well out of his goal. Konate wins the header. Brought down by McAllister. Now Diaz has space in the middle. Finds Nunez. Nunez has space to run. Doesn't want to run too far. And Ben Godfrey on the cover does fantastically well for Everton there. There's Robertson and McAllister link up. McAllister over the top. Nunez with a run in behind again. Calls for offside. And Tarkowski has to put it behind for the corner because the offside flag stayed down. Nunez made a couple of those runs in behind the last minute or two. See it again. He's well onside. Mikalenko playing him on. No doubts. And then Nunez wins his team a corner from the Tarkowski clearance. So a couple of those balls in behind have looked threatening for Darwin Nunez, especially in the last few minutes. Liverpool have a corner. It's an in-swinger. Right-footed, whipped in, headed across, but headed away by Mikalenko. As Liverpool have to go backwards and recycle the ball. Robertson trying to spray it wide for Darwin Nunez, who does well to shield that one out for the corner from that Jack Harrison header. And Liverpool will have another set piece. We have a goal at Molineux. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Quite interesting enough. A corner here for Liverpool. We'll stay with this for the moment. Robertson over to take it. Another in-swinging corner. Talk about Liverpool's corners in a moment when I get a chance. Robertson to take it. Whipped in. Oh, missed at the front post. McAllister tries to keep alive but gives it away. And now Everton trying to conjure up a counter-attack from somewhere. Here's Doucouré. Matched by Curtis Jones and out for the Everton throw-in. As I was going to mention the claim about Liverpool from corners. Liverpool are the only team in the league this season to go for more out-swinging corners than in-swinging corners. But both of their corners, a couple of their corners so far, I think all of their corners so far, have been in-swingers, which is an interesting point. They've clearly switched that up for this game. Here's Robertson as Everton give the ball away cheaply in Liverpool's half. And Liverpool have time to just get the ball back and take a breather with it. As I mentioned, goal at Molineux to tell you about. Wolves against Bournemouth. They kicked off earlier than us this evening. They were a 7:45 kickoff at Molineux, and it is a lead for the Travellers. Bournemouth at Molineux this evening. The South Coast team. Antoine Semenyo with the goal. They've absolutely dominated the first half. Bournemouth, Wolves struggling at that moment in time. At the moment, Bournemouth with a win would jump above Brighton in the table and into the top half. Incredible job from Andone Iraola. 1-0 to Bournemouth. Nice work from Curtis Jones for Liverpool here. Jones trying to feint the run of Nunez. Nunez here in the box and just slipped at the last second. Unfortunately for Darwin Nunez there, it was a really nice move. Really nice idea, but just the slip let Darwin Nunez down there. But the ball will go out for a Liverpool throw. There's certainly space in behind that Everton defence. I mean, I didn't think I'd be saying that coming into this one. Everton are sitting a bit, not high, but there's space for Liverpool to exploit in behind, and that's interesting. Everton are applying themselves maybe 10 yards up the pitch than maybe what we would have expected them to in this occasion. There's Konate battling there. And actually deemed to have pushed Calvert-Lewin out of the way of trying to win the header. So a foul goes against Konate. Yeah, he does kind of push him in the back there. I think Konate might got a yellow card for that. Or maybe accumulation, maybe? It looked like the referee had brandished something. Unless he was just having a chat with the Liverpool centre-back. It looked like it was in the end, so no yellow card for Konate there. 25 minutes gone in this Merseyside Derby, and it's a battle full of blood. At the moment, it's Everton in the advantage, really. There's another free kick taken, but cleared away by Virgil van Dijk that time. But Everton having the advantage from those aerial duels at the moment, those aerial battles. They're having that edge. Talked about it. You have to win your aerial duels in these types of games, especially against Everton, who are very strong from aerially. Something that Liverpool definitely would have highlighted prior to the fixture. In their game plan, they have to win their duels, and so far they haven't. But one thing they have done is give away cheap free kicks. And Jurgen Klopp again in the ear of the fourth official, Simon Hooper. And I'm sure Simon Hooper, when he knew he was doing a Liverpool game as a fourth official, I'm sure he had a few headache tablets in preparation. Maybe he might need them in half-time or full-time. Because he knew Jurgen Klopp was going to be in his ears. The free kick's taken. Headed on. And again, Curtis Jones had to win the header in there. Otherwise, it would have been dangerous. Lovely from Tarkowski. Godfrey now. Blocked. Deflection. Oh, it's missed. Branthwaite. Under the keeper. Over the line. A scramble of a goal. A scrappy goal as ever. And Everton lead the derby. Massive. Absolutely massive. They've edged the early stages. And they've finally broken the deadlock. A scrappy goal, but they all count. And Everton lead by a goal to nil. Again from those set pieces, Liverpool don't win the first header. They fail to clear their lines. Everton keep it alive. What a ball by Tarkowski to recycle it. Kept in the box, and Liverpool just struggle to really get it away. And there's only a certain amount of times that you can fail to clear it before you're in deep, deep trouble. And Liverpool end up in deep, deep trouble and find themselves behind in this Merseyside derby. A calamity of errors in clearing your lines. And Jared Branthwaite, I think, will claim the goal. Calvert-Lewin forced it over the line, but I think it was already over the line. Although there may be an offside check going here. Because they're checking for offside here, Everton. Or VAR against Everton. Kanati might be the man. And he's just... yeah. Very tight, but he's on. Jared Branthwaite there. Very tight. Making sure there's nothing else. Here are the officials. Does Branthwaite get himself? Yeah, he gets himself back on side. Yeah, there's nothing in this. The goal will be given. You're just running it through to make sure that everything's okay there, VAR. And I think it is. And they'll get that confirmation now. And the decision is a goal. And Everton lead the derby. Jared Branthwaite the man. To give the blue side of Merseyside the advantage. But it's surely what all they deserve. Liverpool have been haphazard. Bit slow, a bit lethargic. Not up to the challenge. And Everton have played an absolute blinder in these first 29 minutes. They've played it to a T. Exactly the way they want to play it. And Liverpool have really struggled to combat that so far. And Jurgen Klopp will need to get his side battling again. To come from behind in one of the most dogged, one of the hardest, one of the most suffocating grounds when they get going in the Premier League. Goodison Park is an absolute pit of pure energy and pressure when you're the opposing team, when you're the visiting side. McAllister, ball into the box. Great clearance from Tarkowski there to get it away. Van Dijk heads it down to Robertson, and now Liverpool's task is to level, to equalise on the half-hour mark. And a third away through this derby. Everton lead by a goal to nil. McAllister. Curtis Jones. On the left, another man who knows Merseyside Derby, scored in one in an FA Cup game at Anfield a few seasons ago when he was a bona fide young player at that point. Now scored an absolute screamer against Everton on that occasion. McAllister out to the right hand side. Salah now, not the best of first touches, but he does keep it in. And Liverpool just need to start playing the ball, passing it around, playing their game and silencing this crowd, but it'll be tough to do at this stage. They'll probably need a goal to do so. Here's Curtis Jones. Now Robertson whips a ball in. Away by Idrissa Gueye. Kept alive by McAllister, who's brought down, but the referee says no foul. As Everton clear it away and send Liverpool racing backwards as Van Dijk recovers. And tries to get Liverpool on the attack again. Robertson. To Curtis Jones. Across to Alexander-Arnold. Diaz. Liverpool holding the ball up inside Everton's half, but Everton sitting compact, controlled, not allowing the spaces, although Salah's found a gap there, but comes across, does James Tarkowski, to take it away from Nunez. It's a nice idea though. Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Everton sitting down, sitting deep, trying to soak up the pressure. It's the only stat that Liverpool have dominated so far is the possession. Everything else has been in Everton's favour. Alexander-Arnold, what a nice ball. Nunez miscontrolled it twice in the box. McAllister wins it back though. Jones in for a challenge, trying to battle with Harrison, but Harrison does well to hold him off. But Nunez might need to change his studs because he's not been the most controlled in the box or even outside of the box tonight. A few occasions where he's miscontrolled the ball. Gotta have that deft touch in the box, and he was in very good space. And even the second time round he could have found a shot. There was that much space. He needs to get that right, Nunez, if he's going to try and be a real commanding, controlling centre forward. As Calvert-Lewin run into the back of Konate there. As Alexander-Arnold wins the throw-in off Abdoulaye Doucouré. It was actually McNeil that run into Ibrahima Konate, wanted a foul, but the referee saw there was nothing in that. And it was nothing more than just McNeil running into the Liverpool defender. McAllister. Alexander-Arnold. Back to Konate, and interestingly, two of Liverpool's forwards have had the least touches. James Garner for Everton has the least touches. Next to that, Nunez with 7, Salah with 9. Diaz with a cross. Away. Edge of the box for McAllister. Now Alexander-Arnold into the mix. Over the head of Robertson, and Everton can clear. Liverpool showing that they can get balls into the box, just not able to make the most of them. McAllister fizzes it out to the right. Szoboszlai in space. Dominic Szoboszlai into the box, turning defenders inside out, but run out of room to do so, and Everton clear it away again. But Liverpool starting to find those gaps, starting to find those spaces, moving a bit better in the final third. Trying to test Everton, but haven't had a shot off since. But McAllister, nice Salah, leg it through Nunez, what a chance! Good save by Pickford, and away it comes. But Liverpool starting to apply pressure. Robertson, look for the cross, blocked. Jones will pick up. Everton all dropping into their 18-yard box. They need an outball, they need something to help them out of there. Curtis Jones trying to hold off Idrissa Gueye, does so. Finds McAllister, now back to Curtis Jones on the left. Everton compact, deep in their defending as they have been. Liverpool starting to play around them and play in between the lines. And then that's a really bad ball by McAllister. Completely overhit. But this movement of play, it was just Luis Diaz brought himself into midfield, turning them in between the play, and it was really nice link up. Played McAllister. McAllister finds Salah, and Salah to Nunez, and Nunez pure power behind it. And he has to hit it across goal. He hits it straight in front of him, and Pickford just makes a decent save. It was a really good opportunity. We have a goal at Old Trafford, and I genuinely cannot believe I'm saying this. It is a goal for bottom of the league Sheffield United. And it's Jayden Bogle who's given the visitors the lead. It's been all Manchester United since the first minute. But a chance at the other end taken by Sheffield United. Manchester United 0, Sheffield United 1. Challenge in midfield there by Diaz, who's felt a bit hard done by. McNeil went down a bit easily there, and a yellow card coming out to the Liverpool captain, I think, for complaining. I don't know what that yellow card's for. I don't think any of us know what the yellow card's for. Szoboszlai just oversteps it. McNeil battled with Diaz. It's Diaz that fouled him, but there was another player got a yellow card. Yeah, it's Virgil van Dijk that gets the yellow card. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, the Liverpool captain getting the booking. I think for just complaining to the referee. Only his third of the season. Van Dijk, not often. Very rarely does he let emotion get to him, does Virgil van Dijk. The free kick's pretty poor. And Liverpool do get a free kick in the process of Everton's free kick there. Yeah, it's over the line. Just seeing the replay of the Branthwaite goal, we were just confirming whether it was Jared Branthwaite. It was over the line before Calvert-Lewin got he kind of made sure it was in the net, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, in that occasion. But it was Jared Branthwaite's goal. Robertson forward, a bit hopeful that Diaz in the battle, and Liverpool do get a free kick. This time off Tarkowski. Who knows? It could be the change of outfit for Sean Dyche that has his side up on the level. All the conversation about that at the weekend about Sean Dyche in a tracksuit rather than a traditional suit. They got the win at the weekend. They would love it if they could do the same here. Salah tried to find Nunez, couldn't get the ball off, and Everton clear it away. They've certainly stepped off at the moment, Everton. Those balls in behind, there's no one really chasing them. Liverpool just recover them. Well, it would be a very big 3 points for Everton, who would sit on 33 if they win here this evening. Be devastating for Liverpool, but absolutely wonderful for Everton. 33 points would put them 8 points clear of relegation, with only 12 points left to be played. Around that bottom, it would almost certify them staying in the league this season. They've also got a team buffering them between them and the relegation zone, so that also goes in their favour. You never know. Things can very easily change in the Premier League. A lot can change very, very quickly. Van Dijk. Out to Robertson. Headed across to Diaz. Nice 1-2. Finds Robertson. Robertson with a cross. Tarkowski dealt with it. And it will go out for a throw in to Liverpool on the left-hand side. But there's an Everton player down, Mikalenko, in the box. We'll see what the issue is with Vitaly Mikalenko. It was maybe a collision or something. He's holding his head. I mean, we'll maybe need to see a replay to see what actually happened. Yeah. Looks like an ankle thing, and we haven't seen a replay of it, but we're hearing that it is an ankle issue for Vitaly Mykolenko. And they're hotly warming up Ashley Young, so it looks like it might be the end of Vitaly Mykolenko's night here, which isn't what we want, what anyone wants. No one wants to see anyone injured, especially in a game like this. Let's just round up where we are elsewhere for the moment, why we do have a brick in play here at Goodison. Wolves at half-time in that game, 7:45 kickoff, second half in the next couple of minutes. It is Wolves 0, Bournemouth 1. Bournemouth dominated the game, have been dominating the game at Molineux and do lead by Antoine Semenyo. Still goalless towards the end of the first half at Sellers Park, where Crystal Palace face Newcastle. Palace, the better side. Newcastle haven't had a shot in the game yet. That shows how good Palace have been. Palace on a 2-game winning run. That win over Liverpool and then followed up by a fantastic win against West Ham at the weekend. And they're looking to make it 3 from 3 if they can, but so far not found the net, but dominating that game against Newcastle. And Manchester United 0, Sheffield United 1. Against the run of play this, Manchester United have had all the chances of the first half, but find themselves trailing with only 1 shot on target from Sheffield United. Sorry, 2 shots on target. Excuse me. Well, Mykolenko still down at the moment. Just as I say that, he's back to his feet, helped to his feet there, and he's struggling to walk on that ankle. We'll just see the replay of it here. Yeah. Oh, he jumped with Nunez, and the way he landed, oh Christ, he lands like on the front of his foot, like on the top of his toes, and kind of bends his ankle. That's an awful, oh, that's awful. And luckily he's okay to walk, which is good to see for Vitaly Mykolenko, but he will not be returning to the pitch, I don't think. Alexander-Arnold. Soberschlei as Liverpool get us back playing here. They would love an equaliser before half-time. There's been a goal at Old Trafford. We'll tell you about that in a moment. McAllister. Jones. Robertson. Jones. Across to Konate. 2 minutes of the first half to go, but I'm sure we'll have significant added time. As Alexander-Arnold tries to play it behind Salah. Header on. Diaz! And another shot saved by Jordan Pickford. Really lovely one-touch play again from Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold round the corner. Salah with a header. Followed up by Nunez, who flicks it on. Perfectly onto the foot of Diaz. Struck it with his right. And again, it's a tight corner they've squeezed themselves in. And again, it's straight down the throat of Pickford. Diaz has to kind of just in the air to try and take the shot, and he does get Liverpool a corner. Robertson a take, left-footed, whipped in all the way through. Konate did get a connection to that, but couldn't make anything of it, and Everton clear their lines. As I was saying, a goal at Old Trafford then for you to tell you about, and it's a leveller for Manchester United. And Sheffield United's lead didn't last for too long. Harry Maguire has levelled it just before half-time in that one. And Manchester United side who can go 6th this evening if they win and Newcastle fail to beat Crystal Palace. Alexander-Arnold, what a ball. Nunez not the greatest of touches. Salah took the shot first time and another one over the bar. But again, good creation. Again, what a ball by Alexander-Arnold, by the way. Straight through the middle, spotted the pass. Sensational to Nunez. Nunez laid it off to Salah, who had the shot first time blocked, and then the second one just over the bar. But unlucky there. But certainly not. I mean, all 3 Liverpool players up front, all 3 of the Liverpool front 3 have had opportunities, but they all have looked a bit frantic. All 3 of them have looked a bit kind of deer in headlights like. They've not been composed in that area, and the key to goal scoring is composure. 6 sad minutes at the end of the first half here then. So there is time. And just after that Manchester United goal, by the way, we have something to tell you about. We now have the most goals in a Premier League season officially now. 1,085 is the most ever in a Premier League season. Wonderful stuff. And we've still a few match weeks to go. Crazy that. Crazy. Alexander-Arnold tries to play in Salah, and Doucouré just puts it out of play for a throw to Liverpool. I think Liverpool in the last 10 minutes, actually since the equaliser or the goal for Everton, I think Liverpool have been the better side and have had a couple of opportunities and probably deserve an equaliser, but it's all about finishing your chances when you get them, and so far they haven't been able to do that, and that's the issue. Everton's goal wasn't the best quality of goal, but it did find the back of the net, and that's the difference. Liverpool have created good quality chances since that, but they've lacked the cutting edge, the clinical edge. They had it at the weekend. So far this evening, maybe a return to previous disappointments in front of goal for Liverpool. They scored 3 goals at the weekend away at Fulham. A tough ground for them to go to as Diaz tried to run through but cleared away. Van Dijk up for the header but couldn't win it, and Alexander-Arnold probably a bit passive there and trying to make the challenge as McNeil nicks it away. And now forward is Harrison, as Konate does well and McAllister do well to win the ball back. Jones, a bit of space now for Liverpool to break. Diaz, can they make the most of it here? Into the 3rd minute of added time, of the added 6. Here's Alexander-Arnold, chips a ball in. Up was trying to find Dom Szoboszlai, but couldn't find the number 8. And Pickford comes and collects. And a penny for the thoughts of Jurgen Klopp at the moment. Be interesting to see whether the who half-time is better for. I would say Everton at this point, because they have the lead, they have the advantage, and they just want to carry that out to half-time because Liverpool are looking threatening. But nothing of that yet they've made, Liverpool. Calvert-Lewin, actually, I was going to say he was offside there. The flag did go up eventually. I was going to say that he looked offside. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that was the case. Well, we talk about a penny for the thoughts of Jurgen Klopp, penny for the thoughts of Sean Dyche. What would he be thinking? I think he'd be very happy with the way his side have played in this first half. Very happy. Robertson, looking for the early cross, cleared away. Back out the way it comes to the Scotsman. McAllister chips it over the top, looking for the run of Nunez, blocked off. Robertson trying to nick it, but cleared away. Alexander-Arnold now. I think when Liverpool quicken it up, they look the better team. Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Across. McAllister does rescue it. Salah's ball was a bit too revealing. Jones. Now Diaz. Trying to play it in behind for Nunez. A bit short that time from Luis Diaz. As Everton clear it away and play out again by Garner. He tries to get it away, but battled upon. And Liverpool have bodies forward here. Salah. Salah, now Szoboszlai. Will he take the shot? Plays it to Salah. Has another shot blocked. McAllister tried to take the shot blocked again. Liverpool playing forward, having spaces here. Jones, now Robertson across, and he has one saved. Pickford with a strong left hand got it away from the Scotsman, but Liverpool applying a lot of pressure late on here. 90 seconds for Liverpool to try and find a leveller before the break. Can Everton cling on, hold on to this advantage? And the away crowd, they're actually the louder at the moment. Liverpool have done well at silencing the Everton crowd at the moment. Hearing a few boos. Here's Curtis Jones and tried to find Diaz, but let himself down there, did Curtis Jones. Liverpool win it back though. Diaz. Lifted across. Finds Szoboszlai on the right. In the box, Szoboszlai looking for the cross. Off Mikalenko it comes and will be a Liverpool corner. And Liverpool have been dominant the last 15 minutes. All the shots on target, all the possession, 80-odd% of the possession. They've dominated this game in the last 15 minutes, Liverpool. but still nothing to show for it. Robertson to take this corner. Last 30 seconds of the half. Robertson whipped in. Away by Everton it goes. Tarkovsky, the captain, heading it clear. Maybe one last opportunity for Liverpool in this first half to get it forward and to get a leveller. That would give them a mountain of confidence for the second half. But the way they've played towards the end of this first half should give them confidence. Ball whipped in. More hopeful and optimistic than anything there from Liverpool as Calvert-Lewin holds it up. McAllister wins it back, but not enough time to do anything with it. And there's the half-time whistle. And Jurgen Klopp straight down the tunnel. I think his side kind of recovered it towards the end of the first half, but nothing to show for it. Everton, the better side in the first 30 minutes, incredibly. And Liverpool, with a title on the line, trail and need a big second half if they're going to want to get 3 points and go back joint top of the Premier League table. We'll round up the first half, plus all the action from the other games when we come back in just a moment. Do stay with us.
Catch me if I fall. Messi, I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny. Call me a god. Call me a god. Call me a god. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming, you gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me. I got a switch in my head, I go from living to dead. You got me seeing all red.
Welcome back to Premier League Live, half-time in the Merseyside Derby. It is Everton 1, Liverpool 0 at the break. Everton leading through a Jared Branthwaite goal on the 27th minute. A scrappy goal indeed, but nonetheless, that is what matters. That's the difference in the derby, and that is why the blue side have the advantage at the first interval. We'll run you through the half-time stats. I'll bring them up on the screen for you in a moment. Just run you through the half-times elsewhere. Second half underway at Molineux. They kicked off at 7:45, so 15 minutes earlier than elsewhere. So they're underway in the second half as Wolves take on Bournemouth. And Bournemouth leading by a goal to nil through Antoine Semenyo that has them ahead at the break, or into the second half. At half-time, nothing to separate Crystal Palace and Newcastle in terms of the scoreline. But it's been all Crystal Palace. Newcastle have had one shot in that first half, none of them on target. 50-50 possession, but Crystal Palace 9 shots, 3 on target. They've dominated that first half in terms of creation, but nothing to show for it yet. Same as Liverpool, they've dominated the end of that first half, but nothing to show for it in terms of a leveller. They trail by a goal to nil. And it could have been the fact that Man United could have been exactly the same at half-time, where they could have found themselves behind. They did go behind to Jadon Bogle's goal, but Harry Maguire levelled it just before half-time. And the Sheffield United goal really came against the run of play. They'd only had 2 shots up until that point, Sheffield United. Only their second shot on target of the night, and they found the net. Man United, 17 shots, 7 on target in that first half. Dominating possession as well. Dominant from United, but it is only 1-1. Right, let's show you then the half-time stats from this game. We're talking about Man United and their shots. Well, it's been much more even at half-time, and most of these stats here. So let's bring them up for you. There we are. There's the half-time stats then in the Merseyside Derby. It is Everton 1, Liverpool 0. So the crucial stat is right at the bottom of that graphic. The one that Everton fans and all the fans will care about the most, whether it's happily or angrily. But everything else, other than the possession, has been fairly even. Liverpool have dominated the possession in the first half, 76% of the ball to Everton's 24%. The attempts and the shots on target, not much between them. Liverpool only the one shot more than Everton in that first half. Both have had 3 shots on target. 5 corners for Liverpool, which they've dominated. Everton without a shot at corner in that first half, interestingly. And the XG is in Liverpool's favour. 0.56 XG for Everton, 1.28 for Liverpool in that first half. So Liverpool clearly dominating the XG and the kind of possession, but the chances created fairly even between the two teams, and Everton leading by that 1-0. Interestingly, aerially, it's actually balanced itself out. 5 aerial duels won apiece. 5 aerial duels for 1 for Everton and 5 for Liverpool. Everton have won more battles overall, though. 25 duels won compared to Liverpool's 16. So Liverpool need to up that battling in the second half. In terms of possession lost, Liverpool have lost possession 70 times to Everton's 53. So that's where they're losing out. Everton won more tackles, more interceptions, more clearances. The physical side, the basic side of the game, Everton are winning the battles on, and that's where Liverpool need to improve. They've had opportunities, they've had chances which they need to find the net from as well, on top of that. But I think, in terms of Liverpool, I'm quite surprised at the fact that they haven't dealt with it really as much. I mean, we look at the goal, and I mean, it's as Everton a goal as you can get, really. A set piece, second phase, Liverpool fear to clear their lines, and Everton latching upon it. It's poor defensively from Liverpool. But in terms of Liverpool, and that's what I was mentioning just before I was brought off on a tangent, as I was just saying the replay of the goal. In terms of that first half, Liverpool practically played into Everton's hands. They gave them the opportunities. They were winning them the fouls. Those types of things were happening for Liverpool, or for Everton in that first half. Liverpool giving Everton free kicks, opportunities like that, to try and win their duels, win their battles. Something that Everton are known for kind of trying to get advantage of and trying to get the most out of. And Liverpool have basically gifted them those opportunities in that first half. Not saying that Everton didn't play well. I think they've played very well, Everton. But some of the occasions where you think, I was a bit surprised that Liverpool have actually done what they've done in that first half at times, especially in the first 30 minutes, where they played into Everton's hands, allowing them to have those free kicks and those chances, when you think, you don't want Everton to have set pieces. The second most ruthless team from set pieces this season. The last thing you want to do is give them set pieces and chances to score. So I think quite naive on Liverpool's part in that front. But other than that, once Everton scored, I think Liverpool came out of their kind of shell a bit and kind of dominated the game, controlled the game. Not only dominated the possession, but actually dominated the chances. Had more of the opportunities. There was a couple. Nunez had one save. Diaz had one save. Salah as well had a couple of opportunities. You know, Liverpool snatching at chances, I think, more or less in that first half, and I think that's what's letting them down. Their lack of composure in front of goal. But other than that, they are creating chances, and that's an improvement on what the first 30 minutes was for Liverpool, where they hadn't had a shot on target. So there was improvement towards the end of that half for Liverpool, and maybe they could have deserved a leveller in terms of the stats is showing that, but football isn't played through stats and on paper. It's played on a football pitch, and the atmosphere, the anticipation, the energy, the pressure all comes into play. And so far, it's the blue side of Merseyside that have the advantage at the break. It's Everton 1, Liverpool 0. Right, the second half coming up fairly shortly in that one on Merseyside this evening. So we'll get back to that game very shortly. And we'll talk about the other games as they happen, all the scores as they happen in our 3 other games tonight. Arsenal, though, that result at the top of your screen, huge yesterday. Last night going top of the table. Well, giving themselves a 3-point lead at the top of the table. Arsenal last night by winning by 5 goals to nil, against Chelsea, absolutely destroying Chelsea last night at the Emirates Stadium. A fantastic result for the Gunners and Arsenal and for Mikel Arteta's side, and they'll be hoping that their two oppositions, Liverpool and Manchester City, drop points in their respective games. The one advantage that Arsenal have that Liverpool and City don't is the fact that Arsenal were at home this midweek. Liverpool and City both on the road, as you can see. That's where we stand. Don't forget about that game tomorrow night then, Brighton against Manchester City. Having watched Arsenal and are watching Liverpool, I'm sure Manchester City, they might not say it, but I'm sure they are watching closely this derby. And we will see what they will do to respond. If they win tomorrow, as it stands, Manchester City will be a point behind Arsenal, go second, and would be 2 points ahead of Liverpool with a game in hand. So it's a must-not-lose game. It's a must-win for Liverpool tonight if they want to keep grips with City. A must-win for Arsenal as well last night to kind of have that advantage over City before they do play their game in hand, which is not to come until the final week of the season. So the title race will march on. Will continue to play on throughout the weeks, and we will keep you up to date with everything that happens. Just before we leave you to go to a break before the second half gets underway, we're just going to show you the live table because I'm talking about all these permutations, and it's better to show the visual representation of what's happening from all of our games tonight that we're watching because there is a big mix. Well, this is the top 10 as it stands at the moment. Arsenal lead the way heading into match day 35 at the weekend. As it stands, of course, they will lead the way no matter what happens tonight or tomorrow night. Arsenal lead the way on 77 points. Liverpool at the moment losing at the half are on 74 points. City on 73, but they have a game in hand plus still to play on the two teams above them. Aston Villa, in third and fourth on 66. They're 7 points behind City. But crucially for them, 6 points ahead of Tottenham. Although Tottenham do have 2 games in hand over Aston Villa, which is crucial. But of course, both of those Chelsea and Man City games for Spurs to contend with. Plus, they've got Arsenal at the weekend, so it's not going to be easy if they want top 4. And it looks unlikely that the 5th place will get you Champions League football this season. So it's unlikely that that will happen. So 4th is needed, and Aston Villa have the points on the board in that advantage. Newcastle in 6th, but they're currently drawing. That draw at the moment keeps them above Manchester United, who are also drawing at this moment in time. But if Manchester United win and Newcastle fail to win, Man United will jump above them into 6th. Of course, 6th is Europa League as well. And then West Ham, Chelsea in that battle for Europe. Bournemouth themselves not out of it either. Bournemouth on 45 points, winning at the moment, and that brings them into the top half, which is huge for them. The bottom half, which concerns Everton, who we're watching tonight, and Sheffield United as well, who we're watching tonight. Let's have a look at that. Brighton drop into the bottom half with Bournemouth winning. Wolves drop a place down as well. Fulham also drop a place with Bournemouth winning. At this moment, they're all clear of relegation quite easily. Crystal Palace, as it stands, will be on the verge of being mathematically safe. They win tonight, they will be mathematically safe heading into the final 4 games of the season. They're 12 points clear of Luton with 12 points set to play for, but of course that can still swing. Unlikely as it is, but Palace win tonight, and that is a definite. They will not be relegated. Brentford on the verge of that as well. They're not too far away. They're 10 points clear relegation. Everton above that, 8 or below Brentford, but above relegation, 8 points clear. With a win tonight, they will go 8 points clear. They're winning at this moment in time, but defeat would mean they're only 5 points clear heading into the final 4 games of the season with no game in hand. This is their game in hand. Nottingham Forest, they will have the chance to relegate Sheffield United at the weekend at home to City. If they win against City, they will relegate Sheffield United. If Sheffield United lose tonight, that will be a certainty. A draw would still not be enough for them if Forest win at the weekends, but that's a bit more hopeful than anything. And then Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United make up the bottom 3. Right, second half from Goodison on the way in just a moment. Everton leading. Can Liverpool respond?
put you in a grade 6 feet like Kenny.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Welcome back to Premier League Live. Don't forget Brighton against Manchester City tomorrow 8 o'clock here on LFS for you. To round off our midweek bonanza of Premier League action. 2 derbies followed by a battle on the south coast. What a midweek in the Premier League. The second half on the way next here at Goodison. Just to talk on the stats with the stats graphic. That's a new feature they're trying to introduce here on LFS towards the end of the season. We're testing a few things out, end of the season. We want to test a few things out for next season, so we're trying that out. Let us know if you like it. We will show it at full time as well for you as well. So if you want to see what the final stats are visualised on screen, we'll show you at full time once again. Right, Everton lead by that 1-0, and Liverpool need to respond. One crucial thing. Mikalenko got that issue at just in the first half. He is now being replaced at half-time, so it must have seized up at half-time, and Mikalenko not able to continue. So Ashley Young, who is coming on to play him for him. I think they might swap fullbacks though. I'll see what their tactic is, Everton, in this second half. So Ashley Young on for Vitaly Mikalenko. The only change at half-time, by the way. No one in Liverpool didn't make any changes at the break. I'm sure that kind of display towards the end of the first half maybe helped them out in the fact that they can get themselves back into this game tonight. Well, they are lacking. They don't have much up front for them tonight. No Jota through injury, no Cody Gakpo through, of course, awaiting the birth of his baby. Him and his wife awaiting the arrival, so no Gakpo or Jota tonight for Liverpool up front. So the front three more than likely to stay the way it is, at least the majority of it. Harvey Elliott is on the bench for Liverpool, who can come on. He did play in the 3-1 win against Fulham, although that's a poor giveaway by Konate, and instant pressure on Liverpool early in this second half as McNeil actually decides to turn back on himself, but does get the throw in off Mo Salah to give Liverpool, or to give Everton the throw in on that left hand side. It's all about Liverpool starting the second half better. They started the first half really poorly and allowed Everton to garner control, gain a bit of confidence, and they found that lead, and then Liverpool did take control of it towards the end of that first half. But I think Liverpool need to come out quick in this second half and get an early goal if they want to reignite their hopes of winning this match tonight. Here's McAllister to try and do that. Robertson down the left, and that left hand side was crucial in that first half. Here's Nunez, now finds Robertson with a cross, and cut it back across and cleared away by Idrissa Gueye, as Diaz was in there and he just evaded the pass of Robertson. We've goals to tell you about in our other Premier League games, but Liverpool have a corner to take first, so we'll watch this corner and then tell you about updates from other games at Old Trafford and at Molineux. There's been goals, so we'll tell you about that in a moment. Robertson with this corner, left footed, whipped in, headed on by Van Dijk, but straight into the hands of Jordan Pickford, up for the clean header, but couldn't direct it past the Everton keeper, the Liverpool captain. So, as I mentioned, goals elsewhere. Wolves have levelled it at Molineux to tell you about 1-1. Hee-Chan Hwang with the goal to level things, and another goal at Old Trafford, but against the run of play again. Sheffield United retake the lead, showing a bit of character. Ben Brereton Diaz has restored Sheffield United's lead. They lead by 2-1 at Old Trafford. And I'll date you if anything changes elsewhere. So do stay with us. Szoboszlai on the press. Pickford going long. And thumped Chested down by Van Dijk, round the corner to find Jones. Jones trying to battle with James Garner. And Garner did very well there. Picked the ball away from Jones as Harrison picks it up. Beats past Robertson. Does again, but Robertson does win the challenge in the end. Here's Diaz. The Everton fans not happy. They felt there was a handball in there, but I don't think there was anything in that. Diaz. Now Alexander-Arnold. Soberschlei. Liverpool not looking to play into the hands of Everton in this second half, as they did in that first half at times. Gifting them opportunities, gifting them easy possession to win back, easy free kicks to give away from Liverpool's point of view in that first half. They want to eradicate that in this second period. McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Across to Konate. And now Salah, having to retreat there, Salah. All the way back to Alisson, but Liverpool do keep the possession. Virgil van Dijk. Out to Robertson. And a bit of a heavy chest there from Robertson as Godfrey clears it out for the throw. They actually haven't swapped full-backs here, Everton. Godfrey stayed on the right. Ashley Young is out on the left. So it's a straight swap for left-back for left-back. I was just wondering, because Ashley Young played right-back at the weekend for Everton, I was wondering, Godfrey can play left-back. So I was wondering if maybe they would swap that. But not eyeing that up at the moment are Everton. As Liverpool contain the ball. Konate. And Everton sitting deep again, which is where kind of Liverpool dominated that ending in that first half when they did step off a bit, Everton, and didn't step right on to the centre-backs and force them to make quicker passes. Konate, Alexander-Arnold, does play it across to Van Dijk. Liverpool playing more of a... It seems like a front five at the moment there. It's five across that front line. Soberschlei and McAllister kind of join in the front three. Here's Robertson. Whips a ball in looking for a body. Could only find the right boot of Jared Branthwaite, who clears it behind for the Liverpool corner. Those early crosses from Robertson look threatening as well. Liverpool in control of the start of the second half. And another set piece. Robertson with a corner. Left hand side. Left footed. Out swinging corner. All the way out. McAllister with a shot from the edge. Blocked. As Idrissa Gueye picks up on it. And Robertson actually jumps out of the way of the challenge. But Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. And Jones back to Alisson. But the home crowd applauding the fact that Everton battled against Liverpool there. Well, Alexander-Arnold trying to find the run of Salah. But again, caught out by Ashley Young, and Branthwaite dealing with that one back to his keeper. We have a goal at Sellers Park to tell you about. We'll get there in a moment. As Liverpool come forward, here's Dominic Soberschlei into space. Soberschlei into the box. Run out of room. Gets it back though. McAllister. Liverpool applying more and more pressure. Jones. Curtis Jones runs into the box, untouched, and wins Liverpool a corner. As I was saying, goal at Crystal Palace at Sellers Park, and it's the home side that have taken the lead. Their dominance has finally broken the deadlock. Jean-Philippe Mateta with a goal as Palace lead. Liverpool take the corner short. Jones, McAllister now. Van Dijk across, finds Soberschlei. Shot blocked. And Alexander-Arnold and Soberschlei getting in each other's way there, and now Calvert-Lewin can come forward. Tries to beat the keeper, but that was very optimistic from the Everton number 9. As Alisson easily caught that one. And Liverpool get the ball back pretty quickly and feel a bit of momentum in their favour at this moment in time. Diaz rides the challenge at Tarkowski. Back to Jones. Here is Curtis Jones in space. Finds the run of Diaz, but out wide on the left here, Luis Diaz. Comes back in field across. Squares it across. Alexander-Arnold into the box. Here's Andy Robertson. Missed the kick, but he was offside in any case, so it wouldn't have mattered. Robertson, he's actually onside, I think. It's very tight with Ashley Young, but I think he's onside there. But he does miss the kick completely. Tried to go with the outside of his boot. He completely misses it there, Andy Robertson. I'm just seeing the replay. Calvert-Lewin's chance there. And Sean Dyche absolutely fuming with his centre forward there. Sean Dyche not happy that he tried to go for the screamer one. He just saw Allison backpedaling and thought, why not? But probably should have thought, let's get my team up the pitch here a bit. It's a long ball. Konate wins the header. Diaz battling with Idrissa Gueye, but Idrissa Gueye won the battle. Robertson does win the second one though. Gives it away to Tarkovsky. Godfrey now. Harrison for Everton. Blocked off by Robertson. Harrison loses out to Diaz, who comes in for Luis Diaz. Tries to get Liverpool forward. Switches it out to the right. Finds Alexander-Arnold. Goes for the early cross. Salah couldn't bring it under control as Everton escape again. And Liverpool running around, trying to chase them down, but Everton done well to break out of here. And here's a nice run here for Doucouré. Run past a few, still has it, Doucouré. Liverpool battling, struggling to win those battles. Here's Harrison. And a weird one by Idrissa Gueye. Tame won that from Idrissa Gueye, and easy for Allison. But Liverpool really just... I mean, I think they were weak there defending that up. But here they come on the front foot here, Liverpool. Luis Diaz, end-to-end football. Diaz across, Salah! Did reach for it, but couldn't create the power behind it. And easy for Jordan Pickford to pick up, but nice cut back by Diaz. And Salah with a shot, but again, a pretty tame effort. Liverpool have dominated the second half possession again. 86% of the ball in the second half. But still no breakthrough to show for it. Soberschlei. Salah. Now finds McAllister. And the Liverpool forwards starting to find their feet. Starting to lay off those passes a bit more. Diaz. McAllister's made the run. Here he is, McAllister. Couldn't find the body in the box. Again, those crosses well dealt with by Everton defensively. Robertson on the press, but Everton clear it out. Look at the space here for McNeil. Idrissa Gueye. But the ball is carried away by Van Dijk. But Salah, like an invisible man, lets it run past him. And Liverpool again, just not strong enough in those battles. Here's Harrison. Down the right, up against Curtis Jones. Now McNeil. McNeil with the shots. And Allison had to palm over. But Everton get going again. But it's all of Liverpool's doing. They're not aggressive enough in those battles. And Everton just running past them. A really good strike by McNeil. And Allison has to palm over. And he will get the corner, will take the corner. McNeil as he applauds the Gladys Street end as he walks over to get the corner. And it's actually Everton's first of the game. Liverpool have had 8 corners up to this point. This is Everton's first. McNeil. And in for the headers. Calvert-Lewin! It's in! And Liverpool calamitous at the back from the corner. And Everton love a corner. They haven't had one yet, but they've scored from their very first one. My goodness me. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. A commanding presence in the box. And he made his presence known by heading at the back post past everyone in there from Liverpool. And Everton double their lead. Lovely corner. And again, Liverpool nowhere to be seen in the box. There's so many bodies, but not a single one of them is jumping. And a free header for Calvert-Lewin. It's just weak again from Liverpool aerially. Allison can't do much about it. Liverpool beaten it from their own defensive area again. They've been weak all night in their own 18-yard box, but that is the epitome of it. And they really have a mountain to climb now. This is the definition of a smash and grab. And Everton, one of the best teams in the league at getting smash and grab victories. Well, they're on course for back-to-back and on course for their first home victory against Liverpool in the Derby since 2010. Incredible. And McAllister gives it away and Everton are away again. Liverpool really letting themselves down tonight. Really, they have. There's nothing more you can say about it, but Liverpool really have let themselves down. And Harvey Elliott's going to come on to try and change things for Jurgen Klopp's team, but as I mentioned, a mountain for them to climb. But goodness me, it's a mountain of all of their own creation, really. They struggled to get the ball away for the first one. Calamitous, kind of calamity of errors in the box for the first goal. And then the second one, no one jumping for the header, and Everton's first corner of the night. And they were lucky they didn't have any corners in the first half because they would have scored multiple. Liverpool just nowhere to be seen defending that corner. And it's all of Liverpool's doing. They needed to win this game tonight. They still need to win it. Nothing changes in that front. The fact of their deficit has increased, which makes it even more difficult heading into the final 30 minutes here at Goodison for them to again try and rescue anything out of this game. 30 minutes to go. Liverpool 2-0 down at Goodison Park. Everton in cruise control. They just need to hold on. With some details to tell you about Manchester United have levelled at Old Trafford against Sheffield United. Wolves' equaliser earlier was ruled out, so it's 0-1. And Bournemouth are now just down to 10. Red card's been brought out. Milos Kerkez with the red card for Bournemouth. So Bournemouth 1 up, but now down to 10. Here's Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Across now. McAllister back into Diaz. Brought down to Robertson. Lots of bodies in the box. Robertson up. Nunez was in there, but headed behind by Everton for a corner to Liverpool by Tarkowski. Everton resolute in their defending, and Liverpool are going to make a double change, triple change. Endo, Kwanzaa and Elliott coming on. I'll tell you about those in a moment. Robertson with the corner. Whipped in. Headed on. And brought down, but again, Liverpool couldn't do anything from it. Easily collected by Pickford. Pickford, not the most convincing of kicks, as Van Dijk up for the challenge. So he lost the challenge initially. And Curtis Jones went down. Referee said no foul. Curtis Jones has gone down rolling here. As Harrison battling. And Diaz won the ball. Diaz will keep the ball as Curtis Jones hobbles back to his feet. And Diaz will get the free kick here as he was kind of pulled there. So free kick to Liverpool. And those changes not going to be made just yet. Liverpool don't want to waste any time from that set piece. McAllister over the top. Nunez in behind, battling. Completely missed it, did Darwin Nunez there. Goal kick to Everton. Substitutions incoming then. So Curtis Jones is going to make way for Harvey Elliott. That's the first change. Second change is going to be Dominic Szoboszlai. He's going to be replaced by Wataru Endo. And the third substitution for Liverpool, Jarell Kwanzaa, is going to be coming on. And making way for him is going to be Ibrahima Konate. So Konate, Szoboszlai and Jones off. Endo, Elliott and Kwanzaa on for Liverpool. 27 minutes to get 2 goals or more to try and pick anything out of this game. Endo with his first opportunity gives the ball away. McNeil! And a massive block by Robertson, as Liverpool could have found themselves even further behind there. I mean, Endo just with not a great touch at all, and gifts the ball to Harrison and then lays it off to, I think it was McNeil who had the shot, but it's Calvert-Lewin with a header, winning that first header. He's absolutely tore Liverpool to bits tonight, Calvert-Lewin. And they now have another corner. Well, the last corner they scored from. This is only their second of the night. Corner whipped in. Nunez didn't win the header. Again, Everton win the first header. They keep it alive in the Liverpool box. Doucouré. Now Garner into the box again, and over the head of Alexander-Arnold, I think. He did get a touch on it, though, according to the officials, so it will be a corner. And another opportunity for Everton to keep it at the end of the pitch they want to keep it at. Maybe give them another opportunity. So, McNeil to take the corner. Right hand side. 25 to go. McNeil whips the corner in, back post again. And Alexander-Arnold this time wins the first header, but straight behind for another corner. It goes. But Everton look really good from those set pieces. Headers. Winning first headers is Everton's bread and butter. And you'd think coming into this game, Liverpool would have even had a glance at it. It looks like they've never heard of this team before. And they're just rocking up for the first time against them because they look so naive at defending set pieces. That's Everton's strongest point. And they have a third successive corner, Everton. Liverpool have rode the last 2. Another corner whipped in. Again, they don't win the first header, and again Branthwaite's header's wide, though. But that is something to be addressed. Liverpool are yet to win a first header. Sorry, they won one first header inside the 18-yard box tonight. And that was Alexander-Arnold from that last corner. That is ridiculous. From an Everton point of view, it's absolutely incredible. In terms of the fact that their game plans work to an absolute kind of T tonight. Van Dijk. Liverpool still time to recover. They need to improve a lot. Elliott. Switch ball out to Diaz. Diaz on the left, up against Godfrey. Diaz goes himself. Has the shot blocked, and then no one to follow it up there for Liverpool as they clear it away. Kwanzaa, though, intercepts. Now to Van Dijk. It's all about Liverpool just keeping the ball in this area. Applying the pressure and maybe getting a goal back to reconjure a bit of confidence in them. Elliott. Nice ball out wide. Finds Alexander-Arnold right across the floor. Salah in the box. Mo Salah. Just couldn't find anything space to take a shot. But we'll get the corner off Tarkowski. Good control from Salah, but he just had no room to take any sort of shot. Fantastic covering from Tarkowski. And Liverpool get the corner. Right-footed, whipped in. Up was Van Dijk. Headed away again. Cleared away by Everton. And again, the second ball, Liverpool don't win it. And then the clearance from Everton will just roll all the way towards Alisson. As Liverpool to keep it up the pitch. Elliott. Down the right is Alexander-Arnold in space. Whips the ball in. Palmed away by Pickford in there. Van Dijk keeps it up the pitch. Stays up there. Virgil van Dijk. Cuts it back to Nunez. Nunez now Squares it across, finds Alexander-Arnold. Another whip ball in. Bit too low that time as Young clears it. Endo keeps it alive. Liverpool applying more pressure. But again, they've applied pressure multiple times tonight, and Everton have answered every question that Liverpool have thrown at the home defence. Another ball in behind Salah. Tries to keep it alive. Couldn't take the shot from that angle. Elliott does so. Then that ball's cleared away from him as Doucouré lays off McNeil. And Alexander-Arnold puts in a block to get it back to Jarell Kwanzaa. Here's Diaz down the left-hand side for Liverpool. Into the box it comes. Diaz chops onto his right. Oh, and he hits the post. How unlucky. Salah keeps it alive, though. Liverpool knocking on the door. Diaz now around the corner for Robertson and gets a corner. But Diaz there, he's looked really bright all night. Chops onto his right, goes for the far corner, and he hits the right upright. Beats everyone in there, and it just bangs right off the post. Unfortunate for Luis Diaz. Robertson will get the corner though. Whipped in. Pretty poor corner. Elliott will pick it up. Edge of the box. Alexander-Arnold. Now Elliott again. Can he lift one in? He does get it into the box. Salah now. Salah. Tried to shoot. Blocked. McAllister. Shot blocked. Falls to Diaz. Now Robertson. Into the area. And right into the hands of Jordan Pickford. Hearts and minds for the Everton fans. They're 2-0 up and they still are biting their fingernails with everything they've got. That's what a derby means. And with 20 minutes to go, Everton have a 2-goal advantage. It's all in their favour in the dying moments, in the last 20 moments of this game. This is where Liverpool are ruthless in the last 15, 20 minutes of games. Here's Elliott. On the right-hand side, but Alexander-Arnold had overrun it. And it goes straight out of play. Just seeing the replay of the Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal. Wonderful goal. Incredible. But Liverpool had the warning signs. They had the calls. They had the danger. Everything had told them up to that point that that was going to happen. And they did nothing to try and combat it, Liverpool. And they end up paying the price. And this would be massive at both ends of the table. Liverpool would really lose a lot of grip on the title race in the final couple of games. And Everton will really have a lot of gap between them and the bottom three heading into the final 4 games. It's great for the blue side, devastating for the red side, but there's still time for it all to change. If Merseyside derbies have told us anything, nothing's over till the final whistle's been blown. As again, Liverpool trying to be cute in the box. Almost made it work. Endo picks it up. Diaz now on the left. Diaz plays it on. Robertson at the byline. And he completely miskicked it there, Robertson again. "18 minutes to go. And that clock is firmly against Liverpool. And that away end is certainly not lively, I'll tell you that much. They've been relatively happy coming here in the last 14 years since Everton's last victory at this ground against Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish, Peter Reid, kings of both sides of Merseyside in attendance tonight. Those were the times when these two were battling for titles in the 70s and 80s. Not quite that at this point, but still means as much as it always did. A Derby Day win. Diaz. That will bounce out. That will be a Liverpool throw. Taken quickly by Diaz. Endo. Alexander-Arnold. Kwanzaa. Elliott. Left-footed. Elliott into the box. Robertson up for the header. It actually was battling with Ben Godfrey, and it did come off Robertson last. So a goal kick will go the way of Everton. Elsewhere, it's still Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0, despite Bournemouth down to 10. They look to be holding on to a massive away win for them. They would take them into the top half. Crystal Palace winning against Newcastle by 1-0. That gives them a huge 3 points. It would mean Newcastle are vulnerable. They actually go below Manchester United tonight, Newcastle, with defeat. Man United leapfrog them, are currently drawing 2-2 against Sheffield United, heading into the final 10 minutes there. Everton making a change then. Idrissa Gueye coming off. Gets a round of applause from the home crowd. And Amadou Onana's the replacement. So Onana on and Idrissa Gueye off for Everton. And talk about Everton's lack of wins against Liverpool here. Actually, Liverpool have had sparing wins over the years. Since Everton won that game in 2010, Liverpool have won just 3 times here. 2011, 2016 and 2021. So they're averaging a win every 5 years on this ground. All the games in between have been draws since that point. A total of 9 draws in the last 12 Merseyside derbies here at Goodison, and quite a number of them goalless as well. 5 of the last 13 derbies have ended goalless here at Goodison. A few goal-filled ones, 2-2s, 3-3s over the years as well. This one at the moment failing to score. Liverpool not currently in a good way. And their last win here, Everton against Liverpool, was 2-0. All ball in behind, Salah on the chase, but fantastic defending from Ashley Young. Heads it back to his keeper. Liverpool, their away form in terms of the league, they've won 5 of the last 7 on the road in the Premier League, only dropping points at Manchester United and losing away to Arsenal. Wins against Burnley, Bournemouth, Brentford, Forest and Fulham in that time. Not on course for a win tonight, it seems, or even a draw at this moment in time, but you never know. Everton at home, on course for their 3rd successive home win here this evening. 1-0 and keeping clean sheets, it seems, in all 3 of those at this moment in time. Everton, we talk about where they are in the league. They've actually not been bad defensively. They have, when we're looking as it stands at the moment, they have the 4th best defence in the Premier League. 48 goals conceded. Only the top 3 in the league have a better defensive record than Everton. That's obviously Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City. So Everton don't concede a lot of goals, a hatful of goals certainly. They did last Monday when they lost 6-0 to Chelsea, but that was a freak result in the end, as we saw with Chelsea last night. So inconsistent. 5-0 defeat to Arsenal. Probably not reflective of either side, that Chelsea result for Everton a week ago. Here's Endo. Now Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool need a goal at this stage. Salah! Over the bar. That might have been their opportunity there. Looked a bit scrappy. Fell to Alexander-Arnold, and Tarkowski tried to clear it. Cascades off one of the Everton players and fell to Salah inadvertently, and he just couldn't react in time. Goal at Old Trafford. And from being behind twice, well, Manchester United now lead for the first time tonight, and they've taken the lead at the very right time. 81st minute, Bruno Fernandes. He levelled from the penalty spot. He's now put them ahead. Bruno Fernandes, a captain's performance at Old Trafford. Not an ideal performance from United, but there we are. Ball into the box again, and Harrison was there, but headed it wide from an Everton point of view. Disappointing. But another good opportunity. And it's now 11 minutes plus additional time for Liverpool to try and rescue their hopes of a title, which look as slim as ever now. And Everton will be absolutely like a Cheshire cat, that they have had a massive part in destroying Liverpool's title race. There's nothing sweeter as a derby that decides which way the title could go, and take it away from your local rival is what dreams are made of in these types of derbies. Here's Kwanzaa. But Liverpool have caused their own problems tonight. There's a lot can be said about that. Diaz trying to rescue something. Lays it off to Kwanzaa. Alexander-Arnold has a shot, but didn't catch that one right. And well wide for a goal kick. Didn't catch it anywhere near as sweetly as he did from the free kick at the weekend. And Liverpool making big changes here again. Their last two of the game, and it will be fullback changes. Joe Gomez and Kostas Tsimikas coming on for Liverpool here. So it looks like Alexander-Arnold and Robertson will be coming off, it seems. It's Pickford takes this goal kick. Up for the header was Kwanzaa. Did find Van Dijk. And Robertson back to Alisson. Alexander-Arnold. Elliott now. The substitutions from Liverpool really haven't made a massive difference so far. They've really not been fantastically different in any way, shape or form. They've changed the dynamic of this game very much. Salah. Elliott. Endo now. Finds Diaz. Back to Endo. Alexander-Arnold. To Elliott. Elliott with the ball into the box. But again, that one too overhit. And easy as you like from Jordan Pickford's point of view. He'll catch all those all night long. Just seeing more pictures of what it means for these Everton fans. Wow, wait. What it means to fans. Nothing quite like a Derby Day victory. And they've been sparing in recent years for this Everton team. Sparing indeed. They've won just once against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool previously. And that was when there was no fans inside Anfield at that point. But they're going to win in front of their own fans tonight, it seems. Remember to make it a double change then. So Robertson is, or Alexander-Arnold, sorry, is coming off. And Robertson coming off. Both full-backs swapped out. And Simicas and Gomez in their places. Final whistle at Molineux. It is Wolves 0, Bournemouth 1. And a second goal at Selhurst Park. And only what you can say Crystal Palace deserve. They doubled their lead. Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 0. And Jean-Philippe Mateta on it again to double Palace's lead. Just as we see in pictures of the Liverpool bench there, Alexander-Arnold hides his face with his shirt there on the bench. Up in his most, not by far from his best game tonight, Alexander-Arnold. It's not just him, it's the Liverpool team. It's just not done enough tonight. Not enough. Diaz, Elliott couldn't find the pass. Everton link it and clear it away. Another goal at Old Trafford to tell you about, and surely victory should be sealed for Manchester United now. It's a fourth goal for Manchester United. Rasmus Højlund getting their fourth. They lead by 4-2. Interesting enough as well, I was going to mention, Sheffield United have now broken the Premier League record for most goals conceded in a single season. If they'd have conceded 2 or more tonight, which they have done, they will have beaten that record. They're on 92 goals conceded. They're only 8 away from 100, which no team ever in English football has ever done. In the Premier League anyway. 38 games was 89. 42 games, it's 99. So in a Premier League season, never before has it been 100 goals conceded for any team in the club in the division's history. It's Calvert-Lewin fouled there, and it's those moments, that's where Liverpool have lost the game tonight. I think, they've not been accurate enough in front of goal, and that's a massive part of it as well. But at the same time, Liverpool really haven't done enough in terms of battles. They've given away so many free kicks, given Everton so many chances just to relax themselves in games. And that's where Liverpool are failing, just gifting Everton cheap free kicks at times, which is letting them down. And at the moment, it's letting them down enough that could find themselves out of the title race completely by Saturday afternoon when they play again. Diaz beaten there. Just watching Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool bench. And as you would expect, not a happy face amongst them. A night to forget really for Liverpool. But a night they'll probably fail to forget, because how impactful and how little of the season left to come, and how impactful this could be on what they want to do at the end of this season, and is lift the Premier League title. But at this moment in time, they're not going to do that if they play like this. Here's Harrison. Garner. Everton not done yet. They go down. Free kick. And that's just outside the box. Defiled by Wataru Endo. And another Everton free kick. Another cheap foul. Left the leg in there, Endo, and just unnecessary, really. The home crowd jubilant. Absolutely loving this. They're a fantastic position. The points deductions have been the massive negative to their season, but on the pitch they've been a lot better, and they shouldn't be in this relegation position. or anywhere near relegation from the way they've played and the football that they've played and the results they've got this season. And this will be another huge night at Goodison that they will remember for years to come. A derby victory that's been so sparing and so few and far between for Everton in recent years. And that's why it'll be one they'll more than likely never forget. Just over a minute of normal time to go. And Liverpool still pushing, but you have to say it's even beyond their hopes now. As Tsimikas tries to put a ball in. They do get a corner though, Liverpool. You never know. If they get a goal here, it could be a grandstand finish, but that looks unlikely as ever. You never know though. Premier League as crazy as it is. Although they probably need a goal right now. Tsimikas with this corner. Into the box it comes. Way by Everton. Falls to Elliott. Elliott with his shot. And palmed over by Pickford. And another corner. Good shot by Harvey Elliott from distance there. With his left. Just unleashed one. Might have been just sneaking underneath the bar past Pickford. Didn't want to take any risk. And another Liverpool corner coming. Tsimikas again. Left footed. This time a bit lower. Again cleared away by Everton first time. Recycled by McAllister. Tsimikas with another cross. Kept away. Salah tried to keep it alive. Elliott does so. Gomez. Another ball into the box. Flicked on by Van Dijk. Tsimikas with the battle. And does give away the free kick. So Everton will have a free kick in their own box. 5 added minutes to come. And even the most optimistic of Liverpool fans will say this is not their night and they will fall to defeat tonight, it seems. Only their 4th of the season, but they've lost 2 games in recent times where they've missed chances, failed to score, and just not kept the opposition out at the other end. Palace at home, and now it looks like Everton will be the next to put Liverpool to the sword, and that could be the last final nail in the coffin of Liverpool's title hopes. McNeil. Calvert-Lewin in behind. Tsimikas on the cover. Can't do much about the second man. Here's Harrison as McAllister tries to win the ball and does win it twice off Calvert-Lewin and does win a goal kick. Head on here for Liverpool. Endo. And that's a poor kick by Endo. Gives it away. McAllister tries to help out. Kwanzaa commits himself and does well to win the challenge. Gomez. Final whistle gone at Sellers Park. Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 0. 3rd successive victory for Oliver Glasner's side. In fine form at the moment are Crystal Palace, denting Newcastle's European hopes. Kwanzaa. It's the lack of urgency again from Liverpool tonight. Here's Elliott. Now Gomez with a cross. Won by Harrison, not cleared away yet, so Nana up for the header. Diaz tries to bring it down, but Calvert-Lewin makes a nuisance of himself again. Loses out though. Diaz wins it back. Luis Diaz is brought down. Referee says no foul as the player got the ball. And Everton will get a free kick the other way. Joe Gomez filing off the ball. And Diaz going to get booked here for complaining to the referee about not getting the foul, but there's going to be another yellow card I think coming out here as well. I think Darwin Nunez come running at the referee as well in that process. And McAllister. And I think their heads have gone now. All of those Liverpool players. Just a bit frustration showing itself, but They can only be frustrated with themselves. That's all I can say. As Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to leave the field of play with a standing ovation from the Goodison crowd. He's absolutely run the Liverpool defence ragged tonight. The number 9, and he's made his impact duly known. A goal from a corner to double Everton's lead, and had been causing Liverpool massive problems before that. Perfect performance from Goodison's most important man. He's going to be replaced by Yusuf Chermiti, who's coming on for the last minute or so. Behind the left-hand side, Everton come, and they're looking to keep it at the corner flag, run the clock down. I mean, it's duly lost from Liverpool now. There's not enough time for them to recover this, although they've almost given it away in their own box again. Gomez. Now, Elliott trying to come away, but runs into bodies. Does play it across to Van Dijk, though. Into the last minute, but if anything, it's going to be a consolation of anything for Liverpool at this late stage. And Everton fighting to the very death. They clear it away, and every clearance, every kick is being cheered on by the Goodison crowd. Elliott fizzed forward, headed on by Diaz. Nice Salah! Good shot, good save. Probably the best chance of the evening for Liverpool, and it came in the dying seconds. And this will be the last moment of action. And Sean Dyche saying to blow the whistle. 5 minutes are up. There's a throw in, but surely he's going to blow the whistle here, referee. Not yet. Liverpool playing their own problems here. Another Everton throw in. Surely this is it. Sean Dyche's frustrated, looking at his watch. This place will erupt in a matter of seconds when the whistle does go. There it is. Everton victory in the derby. The first time in this ground in 14 years. Only the second against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, and one that could mean so much for both of these clubs. Contrastingly, Everton almost certainly safe from relegation now, and Liverpool all but out of the title race, really, heading into the final 4 games of the season. The Everton fans were singing in those last few minutes that they lost the league at Goodison Park, the Liverpool team. Well, that is hard to argue with, really, tonight. They were second best, out-fought, outworked, out-muscled on the night. Liverpool played into Everton's hands, but credit to Everton, they made the very most of it when they could. Liverpool again, after maybe a bit of a hope that they'd built upon that victory against Fulham at the weekend, not to be seen whatsoever tonight. Liverpool looked off it at the very best tonight. Nowhere near the level. Credit to Everton, they were absolutely unstoppable. Incredible. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was impenetrable. The centre-back, sensational. Jordan Pickford made the saves, was there to stand up when they needed him. Very rarely did they need him, but when they did, he stood up. Every Everton player to a man. Absolutely sensational tonight. And another win in a blue for blue in a blue v red derby. And blue is the colour of Merseyside on the night. Goodison, absolutely electric. Everton, wonderful. Liverpool, woeful. And surely the title's done. Surely the relegation battle for Everton is done. Certainty for them, and the celebrations will go long in the night here at Goodison Park. Rare as it is, but it means as much as it ever could do for these Everton fans. Congratulations, fantastic work for them tonight. Wonderful job. Final score from Goodison Park in this Merseyside Derby. Jurgen Klopp's last as Liverpool manager. It's Everton 2, Liverpool 0.